Hello kids, hello everyone. How you guys doing today? Hope you guys are okay. So we're back again in biology class, 10th grader. Let's recall a bit. In the last lesson, we've been talking about the nervous system. So your nervous system guides almost everything you do, think, say, or feel. It controls complicated processes like movement, thought, also memory. It plays an essential role in the things your body does without thinking, such as breathing, blushing, and blinking. Of course, you don't try to put in mind that you need and trying to do breathing right because it spontaneously happens. Your nervous system uses specialized cells called in class. What is it? Correctly, neurons. Neuron is specialized cells to send signals or message all over your body. These electrical signals travel between your brain, skin, organs, glands, and muscles. So there are two types of neuron in our body. Can you mention one of those? Yeah, correct. So different kinds of neurons sense different signals. Motor neurons tell your muscle to move. Sensory neurons take information from your sense and send signals to your brain. Other types of neurons control the things your body does automatically, like breathing, shivering, having a regular heartbeat, and digesting food. For today's lesson, we're still in Human Coordination System chapter. We're going to learn about one of the most important organs in human coordination system that also happens to be one of our senses. Do you know what is it? Yes, correct. It's eyes, our sense of sight. Before we going further, is there any one of you here wanted to become medical and surgical eye doctor? What's so-called ophthalmologist? Yeah, okay, one. Correct, wonderful. So what about optician? Have you guys here heard about that term? No? Okay, so let me introduce you to optician profession. Optician is someone who practicing build our lenses so that it fits to our glasses and accommodate our eyes refraction. So I wish that today's lesson could be your basic to address you to become one of the profession I've mentioned before. Perfect. Next. Yeah, eyes. Sorry if that might surprise you, but that's how our eyes look like up close. Eyes make it all possible for seeing everything around us. Eye is the most dominant sense that humans use. Eye also becoming the most complex senses. Structurally talking, part of our eyes could be divided into two sections. You know what are those? Yeah, great. So the exterior and interior. Look at this beautiful hazel green eye. The exteriors are eyelash, lid, and eyebrow. This exterior part mostly prevents dust to enter our eyes. And for the interior, it has a lot of parts. Raise your hand if you know what are those. Yeah, one of back here. Okay, so tell me what are those? Mm-hmm. Okay, correct, wonderful. So let's we break down the interior part of our eyes in order from the outer to the inner part. So first, there is a cornea. Cornea is like a windshield on your car. The dome-shaped tissue allows light into the eye. The cornea is located over the iris and has 5 layers. The outermost layer provides protection and heals quickly. The inner layers provide structure. Second one is iris. The iris contains pigment that dictates eye color, so genetically, some of us has brown, dark, green, even blue eye. The muscles of the iris help change the size of the pupil in response to light. The black round hole in the center of the iris is the pupil. Like the aperture on a camera, the pupil expands or what is called dilates in the dim light, and in a bright light, the pupil contracts. Therefore, with assistance from the iris, the pupil controls how much light gets into the eye. So, yeah, basically, the aperture on a camera copies the mechanism of pupil. Next, we move on to the lens. The lens is a transparent disc that focuses light from the object onto the retina. It is positioned, positioned behind the iris. The lens is flexible and its curvature is controlled by ciliary muscle. The amount of curvature varies as the eyes focus on objects near and far. In this way, lights from objects at various distances from the eye are turned into properly focused image on retina. And then the retina itself is a multi-layered membrane inside the eye that converts light from the lens into electrical impulse that the brain can process. So the retina contains millions of light-sensitive cells. When images produced by the lens fall on these cells, the resulting electrical impulses are sent to the brain to be interpreted as vision. What they use to send electrical impulse to the brain? It is optic nerve. The optic nerve is a bundle of nerve fibers that send visual information from the retina to the brain. You can imagine it like some sort of bundle of cable with send data. Yeah, some sort of like that. So again, I think we need a time to take understanding about how the eye anatomically look like and about their separated function before we move further to talk about how the eyes work. Okay, if you have any question, please, you can always raise your hand. Okay, no? Great. Next, I'm going to show you a video about how the eyes work, the mechanism to make us see, to help you imagine and picture it in simple way. So this candle can help us understand how the eyes capture image and send them to brain. The candlelight past the cornea as it does expand for reflected onto the lens. As the light passes through lenses, it expands for the second time. Finally, it arrives at the retina where the images are formed. Yeah, retina is at the back, right? So this double bending has reversed the image and turned it upside down. If this is the end of the story, we're gonna see the world upside down. But fortunately, the image turned upside down in brain before that can happen. The image needs to travel as impulse along the optic nerve and enter the brain at optical loop. Yep, right at the back of the head. So when the image from there, it regains proper perspective. So let me put it in perspective and chronological order. This is the step how we can see the world. You can freely take a note from here. Okay, are you guys done? Okay, great. So I think it's about time we parted for today's lesson. But before that happens, I would ask something related to our lesson that we got today. Anyone, please raise your hand if you know the answer. Okay, right. The question is, what does the pupil characteristic and its role to eyesight mechanism? Okay, good. Please type your answer. Okay, great job. Please give some applause. Well, class, for our next meeting, I'm gonna give you some quiz. I know, but it doesn't take too long and pretty much challenging. But if you read your notes from today's and last lesson, I believe you're gonna rock it. Right, class? Okay then. Bye bye and have a good day.